morning, it's Mike with the split bus and the 61 Beetle. Like or subscribe if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I had a fiasco yesterday where I decided to drive the Beetle to the airport. Went to airport parking to pick up a bag that was lost, and I went around the sort of the loop-de-loop thing up to the 6th floor, and I was just turning right the entire time. So there was like G-force, and of course in this little car it's kind of fast, and I was going a little bit fast around it, and when I got to the top, it seems like it blew out the valve cover and valve cover gasket, and it started leaking oil. So look here, this is oil. I don't know how it got up here, and I opened the right valve cover, and this is what I saw. So you know, when you look here, there's definitely something here that makes it look like this was inside, because this is flat, this is not. So it makes me think that somehow this thing broke and was like this somehow. It just leaked out a ton of oil. So I'm hoping that's the only problem, which is just to put another valve for the gasket. I think I lost a couple quarts of oil, so it turned on my my oil pressure light. So I turned off the car immediately, so it shouldn't have caused any damage as far as not having oil. I have a new one of these, so that's what I'll put on there. But I thought I would just show the rig that I have here. So this is my bus. I have a video that you can see where I welded on this. I had to fabricate and make this trailer hitch. So it's a 2-inch and a 2-inch ball, and then of course I have my tow bar here. And the tow bar, I hadn't ever towed this since I reassembled it, and I did notice that the sway bar was a little too close to the front beam, and I had to take a big screwdriver and gank it forward, probably like 2 or 3 millimeters, just to get the thing on there. Also, I wasn't sure how to put a safety on there, so I couldn't get the chain properly around the beam and still allow it to do something right. So I drove it home without a true safety here on that side, but I did do the safety chain on this side. And I have my my lights wired in for the trailer lights, and I just put that up and over like this, and they're magnetic. So I had it like this, and I had to drive probably what is, I think, 15 or 17 miles down the highway. It's I-40, and so I was going about 45, 50 miles an hour, and it seemed to work great. So you know, today my job is to get the Beetle running again, see how much oil I lost, because it's not registering on the dipstick, put a new valve cover gasket in there, and just pray that it's not something bigger than just the valve cover gasket blowing out and then leaking a quart or two of oil to go below the dipstick level. So the first indicator is going to be how much oil do I have to add. If I have to add the complete and total amount of oil, that would suggest that there's something much bigger that drained all the oil out. But if it's just like a matter of you know, a quart or two of oil to get up to the line, then it could be that I only drained out the oil through having no valve cover gasket effectively and doing that right hand turn. So we'll see. I will go ahead and detach this Beetle and put on the valve cover gasket and put in some oil. I got to see if I have some oil. I think I have some 20W50. I don't have the zinc racing oil that I usually was using, but I think I have some 20W50 that I'll just use and put in there. All right, moving on. All right, so here I have the valve cover gasket, and I've unhitched the Beetle, and I'm going to try to see if I can just go ahead and get this get this installed in there. So I'm just gonna wipe the inside of this. A little tricky because of the clearance here. I think I'm going to take off my oil breather line just to be sure. Okay, well, the good news is I got the valve cover gasket in, and looking at this, I had to put in 2 quarts of oil, filled it back up. I got the breather line reconnected. I got oil pressure, and there doesn't appear to be any like massive catastrophic leaks, so it's not like I blew a valve or something like that. If I look here, the oil pressure is fine. Oil pressure here is 40 pounds. You know, it's 40 pounds at idle. Is that too high? I don't know. It's cold still, so seems like it goes down to, you know, somewhere between 30 and 40 as I'm driving and heats up. But overall, I'm just gonna chalk that up to a failed valve cover gasket causing 2 quarts of oil, or almost that, to leak out, and I'll consider it fixed.